All right. This week.
Welcome back.
Yes. Welcome back to the Golden Age of Gear with
Derek and me.
Yeah. So, it's your turn. You brought us some sort of military equipment. So
yeah, I don't know what this is or what it used to be. But so a fella reached out to me on Instagram by the name of Giulio from Italy. And he said, I got a bunch of these old military control boxes. I imagine they control some kind of military equipment. I don't know what. These ones are obviously Italian in origins because everything looks like it's in Italian.
Yeah.
Hey pals, here at the Golden Age of Gear, we just love talking about gear because we believe that this truly is the golden age of gear. And if you want to hear more about golden aged gear, you can go ahead and look down low on the banner part of your screen. And then you can look for the button that's shaped like a fucking bell. And you can subscribe to our channel.
Controllo.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
So he reached out to me and said, can I send you a pedal to check out? And full disclosure, he did send this to me for free.
Yeah.
I tried to pay him for it because I don't like to take stuff anymore. It just always comes with a lot of strings attached. And so if it's something that I'm really interested in, I always offer to buy it. And if it's not something that I'm interested in, I just say no, thank you.
I'm the opposite. Anything you want to send to me, just send it on over, and I'll make sure that it gets airtime somewhere.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
But so I said, yeah, I'm totally into this. What do you sell them for? I'd be happy to buy one off you. And he said, no, I just want to send you one. And I said, well, I can't guarantee that it'll get featured anywhere just because I'm not doing, like, other than doing this, I'm not doing a lot of stuff. But the fun thing about this is I got it the other day in the mail. I haven't had a chance to plug it in. So this is literally the first time that I've played it.
Wow.
So it had every possibility of not being a cool pedal, but it is very cool.
I was going to say, there's zero chance that it would not get shown here because, I mean...
This fits the criteria.
Just for anybody watching, I mean, if you design anything in a really unique or cool enclosure, I'm in. Like, 100%.
You could rehouse a Boss TU2
Can
stomp
you
tuner.
pass me the phone there? Like, I'll bring this out for another episode. I actually have 2 of these. And we're going to do it on another episode, but this is a prime example of me seeing something really dumb and buying it. This is a, like, I can't remember if it's a dual overdrive or if it's an overdrive and a boost. But essentially...
Who cares?
Yeah.
It has a tube in it.
It's got a tube. And this actually works if you decide to use this as a microphone instead of plugging your guitar in.
That's sick.
You can get a dumb vocal effect. These are made by Giudis Pedals in Colorado.
Cool.
And I have a tape delay as well built into like an old phone that looks awesome. Yeah. And anyway, anything weird like that, I'm in.
We'll feature it on our show. But yeah,
I'll just buy it. Like if I see it, I'm like, that's cool. I'm buying that. Until I see how much it is. And if it's $500, then maybe not. But
must be nice to be super rich.
Yeah.
Back to this. So the company is Giudis Pedals. I think I'm saying that right. I reached out to a buddy of mine who speaks Italian and said, is that how you say it? Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong, but I think it's the Bosstone C735.
Okay.
I imagine that's the type of transistor that's in there.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. I did have the manual. I brought the manual with me, but I left it in my van, and
that's a long ways away.
I'm parked quite far away. So, volume and gain, and then it's got this starve switch, which lowers the amount of voltage transistors. So we have it in like ultimate starve mode right now. So you can kind of hear what it's doing. That's most starve. So you're getting like some under octave kind of things, which is pretty cool. That kind of sounds like the standard. Sorry, that's me. It's me this time. That sounds like the standard voltage to me. That's kind of the most almost fuzz facey or tone bend.
You know what that reminds me of is it doesn't work very well on this guitar, but like when you're like how starved it sounds when you play behind the bridge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Here, you play it. I want to hear you play it.
Yeah. Yeah. So is it supposed to turn into the like octave fuzz type thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think more than anything, that's just like a byproduct of starving the transistors. This is definitely doing something. Again, I don't have the manual on me, so I don't know what it's doing.
Are these volume controls? Is that what that is? Ooh.
I don't think so. Those are just covers for these weird multi-pin
So what
connectors.
is it? Why does it say?
I think that's just left over from the...
oh, okay.
Yeah, so the controls are back here. I've got the knobs like basically noon. And
is this backwards right now then?
I have no idea.
Well, because that looks like output, and that looks like into the pedal, out of the pedal, but it's reversed.
I don't know. Maybe that's it. Like, or it's like into the circuit, out. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. That's cool. I mean, not that you could ever do that, like... Does that do anything if we're on a different mode? Does it react the same?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's kill switch.
Yeah, I'm gonna dime it.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, if you could... That's pretty awesome. If you could actually work that with your foot, like...
Yeah.
That would be pretty sick.
If it was just a little bit taller,
Yeah.
and then you could like just use it like the, yeah, like a kick to the side. Yeah.
Okay, let me try it with some slide on that.
Yes.
Pretty cool if you pull the volume back. Yeah, like on a lot of octave fuzzes, if you use your neck pickup, basically if you like, if you focus in more on the fundamental pitch of the string, so like neck pickup, you get less overtones than on the bridge pickup, and then you pick close to kind of the 12th fret around wherever you're playing. So if you're playing whatever the 3rd fret, then you play at the 15th fret. It'll double up the, at least with an Octavia that goes up, that works better. But with something like this, I'm going into the Nordvang, but maybe let's try it without. Watch, we're just gonna blow this amp up. I don't know, science.
Yeah, that's very, very cool.
Yeah.
So this guy reached out to you just on Instagram
Yeah.
and said, I build this cool thing, I want to send it to you.
Yeah.
Does he build other pedals or is it just this thing?
He does. No, he builds other pedals, and they're not that expensive.
No?
Like I want to say $200-ish. Like I think. Let me.
I'm going to laugh so hard if it's 2,000 euros. You didn't see one of the zeros and you're like, yeah, they're like 200 bucks, man.
Super reasonable. Oh, of course I don't have, let's see. Giudis Pedals. Accept. Looks like, yeah, sorry. I was a little understated here. They're like around 300
Still.
to 350 Canadian.
Well, Canadian, that's like 200 to 250 US right now.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
I don't know if these go for more because they're in a weird enclosure, but considering what it is, you know, we're seeing fuzz pedals, like handmade fuzz pedals with old components going for $2,000-$3,000 right now, new.
Yep.
Not even vintage. So considering that this is a pretty cool pedal, I will be honest, this is not the kind of fuzz pedal that I'm reaching for my everyday, my daily driver fuzz tone.
Yeah.
This is definitely a character, you know. I feel like, what's his name? Jack White, or maybe it's the Black Keys. They kind of ruin that octave down sound for me a little bit.
Oh, okay.
It's just a little like, it's a cool sound, but it just felt so done.
Right.
For a while. However, it's pretty undeniably cool.
Oh, it's awesome. When you brought it in this morning, I was like, oh, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah. In that middle mode, it's a pretty great sounding fuzz pedal. That's super cool. One thing about this that I really, really like is you still retain some of your stringiness. Whereas like with a typical fuzz face, I'm not really sure. I guess Jordan Bosstone is what this is based off of.
Okay.
Which I don't know anything about that circuit at all.
Okay.
But like a lot of fuzz pedals that I tend to gravitate toward, they're either like really like furry.
Yeah.
And then you dial your volume back and then they clean up right away. Whereas this stays fairly dirty, but you just retain some stringiness.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, see, it's actually got some dynamic to it.
Yeah.
Is that taking your head off?
No, it's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I was really shocked, like when I was trying to use this as the trem, or like that, not a tremolo, but like a hard cut.
Yeah.
That switch is like, there's a ton of resistance. Like, it's,
Oh, yeah.
It's really hard. Because when you were doing it, I was like, man, he's barely moving it there. And then I tried, I'm like, I'm doing even worse. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the kind of switch that is like, it feels like it's designed to not accidentally push that switch.
Yes.
So this may be some sort of detonation device.
Looks like it could be.
It's probably not. It's probably like, oh yeah, no, that turns on your walkie-talkie or something. But,
yeah, that would also be cool. Yeah. I mean, like I said, anything that's in like a weird enclosure to me is.
If anybody knows what the hell this is,
yeah,
let us know.
Yeah, and
look at this. Look at this. C375. So either this is a special made label for this pedal, or that's the model of this enclosure. So it's got nothing. So it's possible that has nothing to do with the transistor inside.
I mean, that says
375
VRC.
1983.
This is the actual.
Yeah. So yeah, then I'm sorry. I assume that had something to do with
it says Autovox. So I wonder if it is like something for
some
radios
kind of
or
communication box.
Yeah. That's cool. I really like his nameplate for his logo here with the lightning bolts on it. Like, just
it really fits,
nice touch.
It really fits in with the box too. Like it looks like it belongs there, and also it can double as a personal safety device because it weighs
a ton,
about 1,000 pounds.
Yes.
And if an assailant is coming to rob you after a gig, you can throw that at them.
Yes, smack them in the face with that, and that'll be the end of it quick.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Like I said, I love anything that's in like the weird enclosure or that has some unique look to it. So I would also love to know in the comments, what other pedals do you guys know that exist? Like you said Jack White. I do love a lot of the stuff that Copper Sound does.
Yeah.
Just because of how it looks.
Right.
And the fact that it's in a unique enclosure.
There's a company, I want to say maybe OW something, and they made a range of fuzzes. I have one of them, and maybe I'll bring it on at some point. But they had a range called like the Tool Chest or something to do with tools. Anyways, the guy had found like a bunch of miniature, like real metal or like not cast iron but some kind of cast metal, maybe it's cast iron, and he attached them to this. So it'd have like the one that I had a real functioning miniature crescent wrench on it.
Nice.
Which I thought was really, really cool. I think it was called the wrench fuzz. I don't know, but it's similar. It's just kind of like looked edgy and cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you know what I'm talking about, say something in the comments.
Well, I was at. Do you know Derek Wells?
I know the name.
Session player in Nashville. And I was at his office, and he has a guitar that I can't remember if it's like. Do you remember, Dorian? You were there with me. Was it just a guitar? Or was it for slide? But he had remember Micro Machines?
Yeah,
like the little cars.
Yeah.
It was like the Micro Machines like Winnebago van thing that folded out into a like Micro Machine City.
Yeah.
He had a guitar built out of this that is awesome. Like fully functioning.
I love that.
Just cool shit. So if anyone watching has also made anything like pedals or guitars or anything out of cool things, not Cigar Box. We've seen enough of those. But anything else, I'd like to see it. I'd be interested.
Yeah. Let us know because
Eventually, I'll get like an email address or something for the show so that we can actually get communication from people besides a YouTube comment. But for now, YouTube comments. Well, yeah, very cool.
Yeah, there you go. So Giudis pedal C375.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks for coming and hanging out. See you guys next time.
See you next time.